So, and in fact, is our current reigning champion, if you consider last week. So it'll be interesting to see kind of, how the player who hasn't been here is going to do against the player who's been doing really well in that amount of time. And we're already starting off, and a really interesting variation pick actually coming up from Waz. Going to have the low Star Screamer and the actual launch, the hair cutter, I think it's called. I feel like I slightly mispronounced that, but it's going to be a lot of damage. Great bait, though, already off the bat.
Oh, and I'm already seeing kind of a little bit of nerves here. Should have been an easy combo, especially right there in the corner, but a little bit of a drop here. Forward two, maybe inputted a little too late. Getting hit there with the Scream, and there it is, that cartwheel. Just a great move to kind of get you in and out. And Waz with the down one anti-air conversion with such ease here. I think Temp's going to have to bring it up another notch here. Decides to jump in, and Waz just kind of smacking him out of the sky like a fly. That's super punishable. Don't want to do that unless you know it's going to hit. Here comes that overhead, really far, really big buttons coming out of Wazminator's Sindel. Big Scream, crushing blow, one of the most impressive crushing blows in the game. And Waz right at the perfect moment there, trying to keep it completely unflashable. Right here, I think Waz just kind of applying like layer one offense and just showing that his opponent does not know how to deal with it.
Whoa, wait a minute. I have to interrupt you right here. This is a very weird variation. So we're used to seeing the ground Oki bugs that nobody can pronounce. Ooh, this is a rough start. But there's also air ticking time bug and the extended strings, which is a really interesting variation coming out of Temp. Not that we're going to see it so far, and we'll see if we get to see it for the rest of the round, but I'm interested to see how this plays out.
Yeah. No, I don't think I've ever seen the extended strings in a competitive setting here, but let's see what he can get going here. Far forward throw here, just kind of keeps you far away as Waz just decides to close the gap, tries to go in, and making so much damage for it there. Waz continuing this dominance here. Temp really needs to wake up here, really needs to figure out what to do here. Nice little cancel from Waz. Probably going for some kind of throw mix, trying to keep it guessing here. Dropping down the Oki bug. Here they come out. Waz forced to block as here comes Devora. Big jump in. Tries to get a little tricky here. Goes for the forward throw. Going to keep this corner position, keep this corner control. Here comes the Oki bugs. Watch out. What's going to be? Tries to go for the overhead, but it gets interrupted by Sindel's down one.
So I realized that this is just the tournament variation, the very first tournament variation. So you got the air bugs that you shoot in the air, the extended strings, which you mostly see is the 1-2 grab, I think it is. Oh, and this actually is it, I think. Oh no, didn't have the bar at the end, but it's not going to matter. So we didn't see a single one of those tools. We saw the Oki bug one single time, but really weird to see Temp go as just because he hasn't needed to. He's just been playing that up close game. But, I mean, that would come into play in this matchup, I'm sure, if he didn't have teleport, so it's probably a good choice. Now, the Relic Lure, one of the best combo starters in the entire game. There it is, right there, just showing it off for us. We don't see it a whole lot because we don't see this character a whole lot, but it is an armor breaker. It does relaunch, essentially, for a ton of damage from pretty much any situation. So, I like this variation. It doesn't have the mix-up of the command grab, though.
Yeah, mid-command grab is a huge asset to your mix-up tools. Love the teleport there. Perfectly timed to hit that projectile right on the recovery. And just like that, Temp back into this here, feeling a lot better. Tries to go for the overhead. Very unsafe stuff, but it didn't get punished there. Waz just a little too far away to go for that button.
Yeah, and let's just remember here, the difference from if you've been watching, oh wait, actually, hold on, this should be it. Down two right here, yeah, breakaway would have been a terrible choice. So good call by Waz to not, but great round from Temp. And yeah, just as a reminder for anybody who's watched the rest of the season, this is actually starting from an all-winners top 8. So there is nobody starting in the losers bracket. Everybody's got multiple chances. So, no matter who loses here, they're still in it. And of course, they're still going to get money. 8th place gets $250 even if you technically go 0-2 because you sure as hell have earned it getting this far.
Oh yeah. I mean, going in week after week, making sure, you're one of the top competitors, getting those points, securing those points, and keeping, the whole competitive spirit alive. The overhead connecting here. Waz trying to get a little tricky, not going for any kind of throw. Here comes the re-launcher here. And with Kollector, he's got a lot of great staggers here. That's kind of what Waz is trying to figure out. That's why you see him challenging there. He keeps thinking that he's going to go for a stagger, not finish the entire string. doesn't want to kind of give him an opportunity to keep going. That was not a good decision there at all. Waz able to close that gap, tie up this game 1 round apiece. Here comes a big jump in, but the normal was just a little too short there. That jump 1 coming short, not being enough to really reach out to Sindel. She kind of backs away, didn't commit to the big boot. There's
oh
the big
no.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah, this is how we saw the first game end. Wants to make out the third game end, and again the overhead hitting, but okay, needs to make a comeback from this for sure, right? Needs to side switch. There we go, lands the full combo. Oh, goes for the reset. Life is even, and the crushing blow. Look at that. All that life in just a few seconds. Now still has the corner. Oh no, that's it. Catches the breakaway, and that is for sure it. Resetting the scaling. That is rough. The comeback looked so close to happening, but just one launch into an unfortunate breakaway, and that is all she wrote. So Waz coming back, trying to, you know, we all wanted to see how he was going to be doing when he came back, and it's looking like already killer. He's going to move on to the next round of winners. But like I said, Temp's still in.
Yeah, definitely still in it. And you know, I really did like the Kollector pick here. I feel like it was. We feel like most of the time we really do see a sub coming out of Swazzy here, but that deep freeze is going to play in a big role in closing the gap between, you know, Sub-Zero and Cetrion. Deep freezing going right through all the projectiles that are on the screen. So that's kind of where you see the hesitation here from Solar-Plexis. Beautiful spacing from Swazzy here. Just a nice little poke and then backing off, hoping to see the challenge, sees the challenge, and that's what gets hit by that back three. Trying to get close enough there to contest after that laser. Oh, just the wrong spot. Just the wrong spot for Cetrion to do that. And Swazzy taking full advantage of the situation.
Yeah, and you can see here, actually, that was a perfect example right there of why Swazzy's going to the Sub-Zero. Of course, that is, like you said, one of the characters that we know Swazzy for, but this is a matchup that people, I don't want to say like, but definitely go to a lot versus Cetrion. Just because of the ice ball, the ability to stop the zoning, but here we go. Both with Fatal Blow in the corner. Ooh, could have at least got a Hell's Wrath right there. I like the teleport out, and that's going to be enough. That was a really scary spot, but being able to get out of the corner and then close it out so that your defense bar can regenerate in between rounds is a really nice spot for Solar-Plexis.
Yeah, having teleport is so good here for a lot of characters, especially a teleport that's so fast on recovering here. Quick boot there, short little hop. Overhead.
What?
He
was that a short hop over the slide and then a 2-1-3 crushing blow punish? Is Solar-Plexis gonna win this whole tournament? That's one of those I'm winning this whole tournament reads. Like, that was unbelievable. I don't even know why you would do that, but I mean, it's certainly got to put a little bit of fear into your heart if you're his opponent, and you know, no matter what, no matter how good you are, you're like, that just happened?
He literally, like, he was almost full screen, and he just short hopped at the perfect opportunity. I mean, I feel like he kind of just knew the frustration from Swazzy to just kind of keep going for those slides. Bet it all. He bet it all, and a well-made bet. It just didn't pan out for him. Said 100%. I have to put this on the line here to try to steal this round, and Solar-Plexis dishing out what I think is probably one of the most disrespectful.
Stick the same like move set here and the same character. It makes a lot of sense. You know, like I was saying, this is a pick that we see a lot in this matchup. We saw it actually in Liga Latina. Some really, really good matchups in this character matchup from Liga Latina. So definitely go back and watch those. And some pretty ridiculous comeback from like Conqueror.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Conqueror's comeback machine. Oh, tries to go for the slide there at the end and somehow didn't get punished. This was a very strange scramble here.
Solar-Plexis is good enough to short hop 2-1-3 crushing blow punish slide in neutral, but in pressure slide only punishes it with a down 1. That's it's just one of those weird things where it's like you're too good, but only in the spots where you can prove that you're too good. Oh no!
Whoa! A lot of recovery there. Not sure if he was planning on possibly trying to use meter, and I think he thought he was going to live after that slide, and maybe thought he could go for an amplified slide to throw him on the other side. But a little miscalculation, but that's okay. Cetrion's got to teleport to get out of the corner anyway. So let's just pretend she already used it. Tries to go for the ice, the deep freeze, but that crushing blow bypasses it completely.
Yeah,
that was a really weird exchange.
Yeah, it's, I mean, the 2 and 3 hitbox super good. It's just one of those things where once you start a crushing blow, nothing ever really stops it, right? It just immediately gets rid of anything. Oh, that's, oh, almost it. But yeah, that's going to be some guaranteed chip, I think. So this is, I mean, still definitely looking better for Swazzy. You know, starting to understand the zoning patterns, starting to get a lot more hits in. But yeah, just a few mistakes. And I mean, a huge part was, I mean, it happened so fast, but that slide mistake at the end, you know, knocking Solar-Plexis away back to mid-screen rather than keeping the corner at the end of the first round. So definitely can't make that mistake again. Not in a spot like this, and actually gets hit by the wake-up jabs. Now we're going to see that, oh, I was going to say the Solar-Plexis offense that's really been shown to be very strong, but I don't think Swazzy's going to give him a chance.
Oh, Swazzy's cashing in big time here. Not going to have another opportunity, another round to do it. I think this might be all she wrote there. Doesn't have the ability to break away. And I even feel like
zoning reads, right? Because whoever wins the zoning read gets so much damage. You're either going to get a ton of free chip from Cetrion and that much more space, or at Sub-Zero, you're getting a full combo into more Oki. So, oh my god, what a start! What a round start read again. Solar-Plexis is just kind of in Swazzy's head, but Swazzy says it doesn't matter if you're in my head because all I need is one ice ball and you might be dead. But yeah, that was a great read to start things off with.
Yeah, very, very good read there. Oh, not committing to that 1-2, or not hit confirming there. Not an easy hit confirm, but it's okay. Swazzy holding on to this momentum. Cetrion stuck in the corner here with no bar to teleport out for free. So be very mindful of it. Tries to hit that flawless block gap and does somehow. That back 3-2. Hold on. Not only did back 3 whiff, but he was ready to hit confirm the 2 by itself. Like, Swazzy was ready to live or die by that decision. And luckily for him, it did pan out well for him.
You can't have fear if you're a Sub-Zero player. It's against the rules, you know? When you click the character on the screen at the round start, it does like a check. It's like one of those captchas, but it's just like, do you fear anything? And if you fear anything, no, you can't play this character. You see, slide in neutral. You can't fear slide in neutral.
Good. Neutral jump just like nothing. No problem. Here comes Swazzy. Holding on to that crushing blow, though. Not trying to cash in big yet. Down 1. He's tried to... What? Why did that work? Why did that work? Back 3-2 got blocked. Why did it work? It just does. Swazzy is a god right now. Cashing in big time here. No access to breakaway for Solar-Plexis, and Swazzy is
a win because of a really good teleport read to get out of the corner. So I wonder if that's an option we might go to again. There's just got to be something, right? Some sort of other read to get out of that corner.
Yeah, and it's you know, your extra options really make it a little bit harder to kind of, you know, put you into a box. But Swazzy really hasn't had a problem doing that at all. Back 1 getting under, but that's okay. Swazzy letting the rest of that string rip here. Solar-Plexis not blocking. Does get that back throw. I think I saw a failed escape, but not really necessary here for this character. Nice hit confirmed from Swazzy. Keep the corner control here. However, Cetrion does have 2 bars to escape it for pretty much no risk at all. Let's see if she does tap into that. No, decides to come off those bars with those pound cancels.
Yeah, but look how much reward for it. Oh no, standing 2. I think that was a standing 2 right into the fatal blow. So ready for that jump. That was a beautiful anti-air. Just like slowly approaching, slowly approaching, slowly approaching. One good anti-air. That's all it takes. And now it's match point Swazzy. I mean, again, you see, it's the exact same thing. Like, Solar-Plexis made so much damage happen in this neutral game, but the moment that Swazzy gets close, it's GG.
A huge failed opportunity there. I mean, Deep Freeze does recover very quickly, but I feel like he didn't get the button he wanted, didn't even get the pressure he wanted. Swazzy going back to the left side. Oh man, Swazzy's just a mixed machine right now, chasing down the roll for a punish. Perfectly timed here, cashing in big time, amplifying ice crushing, I'm sorry, slide crushing blow. Oh no, this is not looking good for Solar-Plexis. Down on life support here. This fatal blow gonna come into the picture here. Down 2 just for that, just for short hopping right in front of you. I'm sorry, man. Swazzy is playing like a god right now. All the right reads,
from Sagat. So this is sick to start off the day.
Yeah, I mean, what's so cool about this with the spiritual guidance is it has a lot of meterless like damage. As you can see there, him launching up to you does not require meter. So if he gets that hit confirm or that strike from the strike throw game that's so strong for him, it's doing a lot of damage for very little resources here. Tries to roll past with Scorpion ready with those 1-1 buttons right as he's getting up. Not quite a punish, but able to get that momentum, able to get him challenging somewhere. Beautiful hit confirm here from Sagat. And it's just a recovering time to just hit that down 3. Love the cancel. Real tricky, but Wi-Fi Scorpion all over it.
Oh yeah, look at this. So much damage goes into the reset. Had to guess right there. Didn't guess correctly. I think maybe he was guessing the grab, actually. It didn't look like he was just crouch blocking at that point. But, I mean, so much damage. But it's because he started the anti-air with a standing 4, which is like the highest damage, lowest scaling option you can get. That's one of the reasons why I think Wi-Fi Scorpion is so sick. He's super patient and takes advantage of all of the spots that he can. Trying to poke out of the corner, but this is... Oh, there we go. There's the grab, and this is scary. The corner damage with Spiritual Guidance. Oh, great conversion from the wake up 3. And now again, they're playing leapfrog here. They're just stealing the corner from each other, but yeah, has to break away there. No defensive bar. Sagat's going to make some hard reads. Another grab is going to be that hard read. Now he just needs to not let Wi-Fi Scorpion out of this corner. Good conversion. Oh, lands the low! Oh, he can fatal blow! He can fatal blow! Oh, does he even need to? He's gonna do it. Look at that combo! Look at that entire exchange in the corner. This should be it. He just took away, I would say, about 90% of Wi-Fi Scorpion's life in two combos. Just one combo into plus unblock Oki into another combo. That is the strength of this variation. That's the strength of Sagat as a Lao player. And both these players are so good at just taking advantage of every single thing that their characters have. They're like true loyalists.
Yeah, super good with their characters. Definitely know what is at stake here, what resources they can use. Oh, here comes the Z-Hat. Gets the punish there on the forward roll. Not a fun thing for Wi-Fi Scorpion when he's getting up. Does get that forward throw, though. Pretty good Oki, too. Decides to roll back, trying to get that gap between himself and his opponent up a little bit more. But there, tries to hit the dive kick. A little too late. Or did he think he was going to break away?
I don't know, but that's rough. I mean, he put himself in the corner. Oh, but again, they're so good at switching sides every time. There's going to be one more mix-up, and that's that.
Sagat is so good at faking that, bro. Going, right.
We didn't see the attempts, at least. But, I mean, hey, just getting that damage is huge. Wow, weird way to start that off. What is that, standing 3, down 4 or something like that?
A strange little exchange indeed. Does duck under the Z-Hat, though. Gets the recovery before, I'm sorry, under the multiple strings here coming out before anything else could stop him. Gets the forward throw, wants the corner positioning here. What's Wi-Fi Scorpion going to do? A little stagger here, forward 3. Definitely one of the best staggers in this game. Recovers way faster than it looks. Nice little short hop to fake out some kind of overhead pressure. And did you see him letting go a block there and blocking again? Kind of like a little bit of a fuzzy guard here, just in case, he's got a whiff under a throw. And just like that, he did get under that throw, did punish decisively, and was able to get that round.
Yeah, and interesting choice, too. He chose not to spend his down 2 crushing blow, which could come into play later. It was a risk to not just guarantee that kill, but, it might pay off. Oh, just reads the cancel. Yeah, that cancel is very, very minus in every situation. It's more of like a respect cancel, right? You expect somebody to do an option out of the stance, and then they just don't, and you're like, oh, wait, he canceled it. But, yeah, big crushing blow here. And another grab. I like this kind of like switch up in play style. Much more aggressive, much more mix-up oriented.
I mean, throws are very good mix in this game. Very tough to defend against.
Yeah. I mean,
making it safe.
Especially from both these characters, their strike throw game both very strong. Speaking of that defensive throw, and that should be it. Ooh, gutted him like a fish. That's gross.
A long time.
Yeah. I mean, you know, at this level, though, you know, you don't even need the down 2 crushing blow to really punish the throw very well. But yeah, I agree. I love that style change. Now the fear of the grab is in Sagat's head, too. You know, he's like, all right, I can grab like 5 times. Do I start ducking more? But then if you do, is that exactly what Wi-Fi Scorpion wants? Having to make that decision means that Wi-Fi Scorpion essentially did his job in that last game. But again, they're just kind of leapfrogging here, switching sides in the corner. Finally says, I don't care about the corner because you are almost dead. Oh, that should be a whip punish.
That was Whip City. Yeah. That was Whip City right in front of him. Scorpion just kind of throwing his leg out at nothing here. Kung Lao just kind of backs off. Kung Lao got that great like initial walk back speed. Really complements his buttons well. Trying to hit some mids with Wi-Fi Scorpion, delaying the wake up, trying to get a little tricky, trying to keep his opponent guessing. Speaking of tricky, here we go, straight for that low. Super dangerous stuff, especially when Scorpion's got something like a teleport there. Amplifying that teleport for a nice combo.
He was just showing him that he was willing to do the cancel so many times. Oh no, the down 2 crushing blow. You see, he thought that was going to be the grab again, and that is in the end exactly what Wi-Fi Scorpion wanted him to think. And just made him whiff whatever option he was going to do to try to punch the grab. Back 1-4, I don't care, big punish. Whoa, jump over kick into spear backwards, that's cool.
Yeah, a little wonky there, but that's okay. Connecting the back throw here, trying to close the gap as Sagat's just trying to home in here on Wi-Fi Scorpion. Big kick to contest with, man. Kung Lao in the sky is second to none. As soon as he's up there and we're right next to him, very tough to deal with. But that was a deep uppercut. So high that he was able to convert into some more damage once he got on the ground. But this is not a good look. Doesn't have the breakaway just yet. Does have it right now, but it's going to be too little too late as Sagat taking this round, taking this game. And
so much more damage. It just makes that strike throw game that much scarier, and we've seen how well that could work. Plus, Lao is one of the characters who since then has kind of only either got buffs or pretty much stayed the same. You know, he's not a hugely different. So I like this style, and you know, it's one of those things where you're like, why would he start with spiritual guidance? It's so weird, but I think he's doing a great example of showing why.
Yeah, definitely has his versatility here. Trying to fish out some kind of breakaway there, as you can kind of see Sagat going right for the dive kick in the beginning instead of extending the combo just a little bit. Wi-Fi Scorpion connecting those spears, combo to combo, no problem swinging. It looks like Sagat looking to try to avoid some kind of throw situation, definitely not holding on to block super convincingly or super committed to it. Wi-Fi Scorpion just kind of, I don't know if he was looking for some kind of chip out there. That move is 100% not safe at all, but looks like Sagat wasn't looking to block anything after that back 1-4.
Yeah. Oh, but again, these hops, it's so weird. I think often when we see those like short hop 2s, it's an attempt to the flawless block, but it just turns into, you know, oh, if this doesn't happen, if nothing comes out, then I'm just going to overhead. And I think that's why we're seeing so many of those rather than the back 3s that we usually see the Scorpions go to. Just because that's obviously way safer. But, oh, I didn't even realize he had that locked and loaded. And now he just needs one more hit, and that is it. This has been a really good back and forth champion, Illuminati, who is really shown off why this variation is so good. Oh, he almost teleported into it, but look, that's one of the best things about it. It auto-corrects whatever side they're on when it releases when you do the Amplified version. And so we get to see like that. Like, oh yeah, I hit you with a teleport, but I can't get a full combo because your buzzsaw's there.
Yeah, exactly. You know, even though you got the right call, you know, challenged perfectly, you still gotta kind of just restrain yourself. And we even have the Possessed Hat here, able to kind of add, you know, again, a little bit more of a pesky projectile, but in some situations like that, a little bit more hit stun, as it doesn't just hit you once, it kind of hits you twice as it wiggles around. And Kung Lao's ranges where he kind of bully you in a standing position become more accessible. Over 3 poking just at the tip there.
Oh no, that hopefully
just some practice. That was practice. All right, going in, big jumping kick from Scorpion, but Sagat just kind of you know, refraining from going right into it, but does fish out that breakaway there. Coming out in a really bad time here for Wi-Fi Scorpion. Not only losing his meter, but losing a lot of health thanks to that armor breaker crushing his bow.
Oh, again,
what an
standing
anti-air.
for anti-air. Man, I love that. I love that. You know, I was
Okay.
saying I'm a big fan of Wi-Fi Scorpion. Stuff like that is the exact reason why. So many people are way too afraid to go for that. You know, they'll go for the standing ones. They'll just go for the raw teleport. But you want that max meaty damage. Although right now it's not really helping him. So one fatal blow away, maybe. A little bit more than that.
Could be. Fatal Blow's got a little bit of a range there. It does do some good damage depending on how it starts. Hits the up 3, and I'm actually really surprised by the fact that, you know, Wi-Fi Scorpion hit that up 3. It got blocked, and he decided to start swinging afterwards anyway. Really risky maneuver, but that's just kind of showing, you know, what he's willing to do. Think outside the box, play a little bit differently. And just kind of keep your opponent guessing here. A little stagger pressure here. Forward 3 recovers so quickly, and it's the perfect distance to just go for a throw. Connects that up 3, but doesn't keep going afterwards.
Oh gosh, the playstyle change is happening again. You know, I was talking about how he wasn't going for all the mix-ups, but I think he started to realize that he needs to make some sort of shift to kind of knock Sagat out of his like momentum, and it looks like he's going for a lot of high-low mix-ups now. He's got quite a life lead. Of course, this is still very close to over. Now, one more confirm and a fatal blow, and that's it. Really on, I mean, obviously on either side here, but that's very scary. Don't get hit. Oh, don't land in it. Oh! Oh, the tech! And he blocks it, and the jab's gonna be it. We're going to a final round. That was extremely scary. I mean, he went for that final read right there. I like it. You know, at that point, you're like probably in chip territory, but the back 2 with punish. No more defensive bar for Sagat. He's finding himself in a really rough place. And again, these lows and overheads are coming out so much more often. I think Wi-Fi Scorpion's like, oh wait, he's not used to dealing with this now. Maybe this is my time to kind of like cash out on the fact that I've been playing this other style for the rest of this set. But okay, now it's time for Sagat to take this momentum.
Oh, no punish on the short hop attack. Not a good look here for Wi-Fi Scorpion as he goes closer and closer into the corner. He's going to have no bar to break away if he does go for a ride. Let's see if Sagat can find that hit confirm. Jumping right over that buzzsaw hat. Perfectly timing here. Getting a little crazy with these empty short hops right into the low. The down 3, super impressive on hit. Super advantageous for Kung Lao. That's going to be a huge punish.
No! That could have been so much. That could have been it. There was no defensive bar. But he's gonna find it again. He's gonna find the grab. That was super scary, right? I mean, that was absolutely 9. But we'll see how it turns this time. Actually, it's the opposite. We've got live Sindel and zombie Nightwolf. But I don't know how this matchup goes. I'm excited to see.
Yeah. Let's see how this this plays into it here. It does have the Rising Tomahawk for that little bit of combo extension, even with a strange little anti-air conversion there at the end. But Waz is equipping a pretty aggressive combo starter himself. Once he does go in there, is able to convert some good damage, and breaking away is definitely going to be something that's not super duper safe or free from risk when you're fighting against this variation of Sindel. Just swinging for the fences as Waz connects the rest of that string right there at the end. Looks like Lion is just kind of backing off, trying to wait for that opportunity, wait to seize the moment for him to make some kind of comeback here. Blocking the low screams as best as he can, trying to put on that yellow glow. Now, that yellow glow, when she's glowing like that, that means she cannot access the use of her meter. But I think when you're down to very, very little health like this, it's not really gonna matter. As you can see, he's just trying to reach and extend those normals as far as he possibly can. But Waz doing a good job of just kind of staying out of the danger zone, staying as far away as possible and not trying to take too much risk.
Yeah, this has been an interesting game so far. I mean, the Reflect is an extremely good tool, but we're just not seeing the Reflect come out on reaction to the projectile. And even if there was, I mean, there is an opportunity. We saw actually Waz go for it to use the screen at that mid-range rather than the projectile to kind of fake you out and get that free crushing blow. But right now, you know, the zoning game hasn't even come into play in the second round. It's been all rush down all the time from Waz, showing the multitude of play styles you can take with Sindel. And I mean, the hand is right, is good, but we just haven't seen the game plan get started from Lion. He's either just taking pressure. Okay, well, actually, here we go. This is the first start. But yeah, you can break away that for free. So one more launch is when the scary stuff's gonna happen.
And he could go right into a fatal blow if he does find the hit, but unfortunately getting hit with that cartwheel, that forward 4-string from Sindel, a very why not move.
One of those moves that just takes some time to really figure out how to use it fully effectively, but right now, I mean, I think the tools are all here. We just need to see them used better. I mean, it's as basic as that is to say, we need to see the reflex against the zoning. We need to see a little bit more patience maybe against the pressure, a little bit, better blocking on the overhead and stuff like that. But again, why flawless block the projectiles? See, there we go, look at that. It's such a good reflect. Like, that is one of the best reflect targets in the entire game because it forces them to like either commit to like a jump over or from pretty close range, even get punished.
It's going to be a big, unbreakable damage here. Waz just trying to do as much damage as possible. Get in, get out, do the damage, and then just kind of hit those little hits here and there with the why not cartwheel, some low shots. Waz able to confirm it's some pretty good damage here. Trying to just kind of force, that breakaway coming off of Lioncox, but Lioncox holding on to it. Here comes a shoulder charge, super risky. And speaking of risky, those highs getting hit by that down 2 crushing blow from Sindel, reaching so far away, connecting the down 3. I almost feel like I'm not seeing him fully commit after that down 3 on hit. He doesn't fully commit to that string. He did let Waz get away that last game. Waz was definitely not blocking after getting hit by that down 3, and he let him get away with it. Able to convert some good damage, hit confirm, able to go into this fatal blow. Gonna do a lot of damage, but I don't think the deed is done just yet.
Yeah, no, not quite. And you don't really get Oki off this one either, so I'm not sure if that was necessarily the best way to end that. But it is really close to maybe potential chip damage. Hannah's Wrath itself, a very hard to avoid projectile that could really add a lot on here. But now a trade is going to be bad. You have to watch for that reflect. No, why? The high projectile, the perfect target for that low Star Screamer to go underneath.
It's usually at mid to full screen. She doesn't really need to tap into anything really damaging unless she's right in your face. And Hannah's Wrath, the startup is really slow, so in your face is going to be a really risky time to go for that move. Oh,
yeah, but
tricky there. Canceling into the high arrow. Oh, he tried to go for a throw, but the delay wake up from Waz, able to catch him on recovery. Waz dropping a little bit of that combo ender, but he's not letting it affect him at all. Trying to make him fight through those screams, trying to go through these obstacles. Good block and punish here from Waz.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that Lion's playing a little bit of a different style. Like, I don't want to say, I would say, just maybe more aggressive, putting it all on the line here, just because it is kind of like a slow, death by 1,000 cuts that's really, taking them out of the set at this point. So at this point, you kind of need to just take the momentum, find something that works, and just stick to it. But, again, Waz just not crumbling, just holding his ground. Did drop one combo, but really, you get to see a lot of how much damage this variation can do.
For the reflect
whip?
there.
Was that an accident? But the reflect was I think that was an amplified reflect even. That was a weird call, but look at this. His life just disappearing again. This is rough. This is starting to get really rough. I mean, the damage on Nightwolf is good, but the problem is he has to make you spend your defensive bar, and then he needs to open you up again to be able to get significant damage. But here's the defense bar spend. Almost definitely. No! I lied. Waz saving it for the options on wake up. No! Saving it for something else, but okay. There's no crushing blow on that armor break, and the forward 4 up 3 is gonna do it. The tool that has been doing so well for Waz this entire time is going to be the one that does just as well for him in the final moments. That means that Waz is going to be our first player making it into the Winners Finals.
Getting it done, and of course, getting it done in fashion. Waz demonstrating the other fatality here from Sindel.
Expected to see out of Swazzy, the Johnny Cage and Sub-Zero, some pretty classic MK1 characters. But yeah, this one, one of the pretty big reasons might be that low force ball, right? It's his arcing projectile. It's going to stop the aerial approach coming out of Sagat, which is a pretty big deal when you're trying to play against Kung Lao. But yeah, there we go. Breaks away in a spot where, you didn't really save all that much damage, and now you no longer have any defensive bar. But yeah, this is just probably one of those matchups where you're like, I don't want to just brawl the entire time with Sub-Zero, so I'm going to try to take some better normals, try to take some better, you know, like pressure situations rather than taking big risks, because the damage from Lao is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, very ridiculous. Also, I feel like he kind of wants better pokes to kind of contest there. That Kung Lao down 3 range, down 3 so far for a move that leaves you so advantageous on hit. You kind of want a button that you can poke back with. I know a lot of Kung Lao players love, you know, going up against someone who's got a little bit stubbier down pokes, so that they can kind of just abuse down 3 over and over again until they get that hit, and they can kind of take advantage of that. Hits the down 2, but doesn't look like it went for a counter over any specific high. Could have been a slower mid coming out of Kung Lao in that scenario. Look at the spacing there from Swazzy, walking back, coming right in. Those advancing highs from Johnny Cage and able to convert into good damage. Right now, Swazzy not looking to take any kind of risk, trying to play it as safe as possible. As you can see there, using meter to make that rising star as safe as possible, and just kind of swing it. Hits the down poke, takes full advantage of it, not taking a risk.
So even sometimes when you try to jump over it, it's a little bit difficult. So we'll see if that ends up being the plan. It already starts off with a projectile, so I'm thinking maybe.
Yeah, could be that dive kick getting right in Johnny Cage's face. The down poke, but I love the recognition of the buzzsaw presence there. Poking it, even though it hit, decided to back off, looking for a different way for initiating this offense here. Up 3 does connect there. Johnny Cage able to throw tech right afterwards. Just going regular swings here, not going too risky, not going too crazy. Here comes the low though. Looks like he just kind of threw that whole string out there, maybe not anticipating it to actually hit, so that he can hit confirm it into a nut punch, but just kind of putting it out there just in case he wasn't blocking afterwards. And what a spin! Now that was a spin to win.
That wasn't even a combo. He did it so late. I think he might have just built the meter, and so he was still pressing. He was like, please build, please build, please build. But Swazzy wasn't blocking, so it was just a reset. We take those though, as the classic fighting game line goes. We take those.
Oh yeah, definitely take them. 100% take those. It's after mids here, coming out of Sagat, just trying to get his opponent to think like, hey, maybe this time he's going to hit him with a throw. Not sure if he was looking to duck that one, but does get out of there thanks to that breakaway. Over the other side, trying to apply some kind of pressure here, just poking right back with the down 1 right after a deep jumping kick. Doesn't matter, gets the forward throw a little bit better on the corner positioning, able to close the gap, trying to get in here, get those buttons pressed, get right on top of his opponent. And there comes the amplified force balls, just making sure that pressure is nice and crispy. And over the other side, Kung Lao, nobody home, able to get Johnny Cage just swinging for the fences. Just wake up buttons. Just wake up buttons.
It works, you know? I mean, these players are so solid that every once in a while you just gotta go for that option. You gotta make your opponent respect it. You know, if you expect that your opponent's respecting you, then sometimes you'll, you know, essentially give them free pressure. Sometimes you gotta just say, hey, you gotta time everything correctly. You can't go for greedy things. You have to meet me with what you can meet me with. Otherwise, I'm gonna wake up jab.
Yeah. Could be a wake up jab, wake up, you know, wake up big combo starting string. Could happen at any time, so gotta be on top, gotta be on point with the timing on your opponent's wake up. The forward throw right after. Continue this onslaught here of just forward throwing his opponent over and over again. Guessing right here on the throw strike game is Swazzy. Swinging right as soon as possible. Reversal timing here. Looked like Sagat was trying to challenge even more.
I would say probably honestly the best move that she has as far as custom moves go. Lets you guarantee, it's kind of like, you know, like a chip that you have to physically avoid instead of just duck. It allows you to be safe on block strings and mix up on block strings because you can do the low and then amplify it to be safe. And it just, yeah, it's a hard knockdown also, which is a weird thing to think about. But it's a really good move.
Yeah, it's a very, it's a move that does a lot of different things depending on what the situation calls for. You can use it as a zoning tool, you can use it as a mix-up tool. Poking right back here is Kitana, just trying to get some kind of frame advantage here. Oh my, what a punish. Swazzy, you know, like nothing, not even missing a beat, able to do a matchup specific punish here against Kitana. I mean, that is a really good player here in the making, just showing you what it takes. Delay wake up buttons, everybody's favorite thing to deal with. Not only just blocking, flawless blocking there, getting guaranteed punish with that down one. And again, that's just kind of showing you Swazzy's understanding, you know, how much health is left on his opponent. Didn't have to take any kind of big risk, just go for the regular poke. It's fast enough, it's gonna connect, no problem.
Ooh,
Now
I like that attempt.
Great.
The combo was pretty cool, and yeah, being, I mean, stuck in the corner, it's a little bit scary, but yeah, well, I was going to say the one thing scarier is being stuck the other way, right, against Johnny. I do like that rollout. Ooh, the down four. So hard. I mean, Kitana depends on a lot of mids, right? She uses a lot of really strong mids. I mean, back one and back two are technically like pretty strong mids, but the problem is Johnny Cage down four, down three, they go so low, they go underneath a lot of those, plus they're so fast. Well, I like the stance cancel into the neutral jump. That's going to catch a lot of people trying to kind of like quick react to that stuff. Oh, are we going to see it? We are going to see it. Here we go. This is going to be so much damage. No, the drop. That's tough. That is tough. That might be a hitbox issue.
I think you cursed him. I think it's a commentator's curse issue. I mean, it looked fine. He was getting the combo, and then Chef had to just, you know, ruin it for him.
Yeah,
just drops it. Now, he came off a really big, blame me, everybody else does. He came off a really big resource though. Crushing Blow Glasses usually does a lot of damage, whether you want to keep it unclashable, unbreakable, listen to me talking about injustice, keep it unbreakable, or, you know, just go for as much damage as possible and force that breakaway to come out. Either way, you're not going to be seeing it for the rest of this game. Swinging back is Swazzy, going for the dash cancel out of the fatal blow. Oh, he was swinging the wrong way, but he didn't get punished. Protect, super crucial, but unfortunately overextends there with those normals. Big jump in kick from, or jump back kick, I should.
After that, but the fact that he dropped it meant that it was just getting so much less damage, and so maybe you just want to try that again, right? You've got another game of like kind of like a pillow where you can like a buffer game. You can see if this works or not. And I mean, Johnny Cage does do well in this matchup. It's not like Kitana has some sort of like weird edge in this particular game. It just happens to be that Sagat was making a lot of really good reads. In fact, I mean, you know, her normals are good, but I mean, Johnny Cage still has the ability to deal with a lot of them really well, like how we saw the down four, or like how we see the footsies right here.
Yeah, spacing really immaculate here coming out of this character, and you know, he can really contest with his own orbs. I love the fact that he identified the delay side throw here, able to kind of just stop it right away with shadow kick. Could have been a reaction, could have been an anticipation, or a combination of both. Either way, Swazzy is on match point here, looking to get this ticket into the Winners Finals, where he's going to be facing Waz. But first, he's got to get this last round here with Kitana. Low fan kind of just stopping him in his tracks, amplifying the regular fan to get a little tricky there, but Swazzy being super patient. And look at that, the spacing there, just in that perfect distance of the shadow kick.
Oh yeah, that was absolutely beautiful spacing. Getting the jump kick into the shadow kick conversion, knowing that the jump punch would have whiffed, all of that super good. And yeah, Swazzy like really taking control, especially that last round. So this is a little bit tough, but at least screen positioning's pretty good at the moment for Sagat. Sagat not really trying to zone. I mean, at this point, obviously has to play a lot of defense. I like that. None of these cancels have worked so far. Swazzy's really on top of it. I wonder if Swazzy plays against the Kitana a lot.
It definitely has the matchup experience. I mean, whether that's him playing against the Kitana or him going into the lab and, you know, doing drills, he understands. He understands the motions. He understands what to look for. Whoa, I can't believe he blocked that side, but he didn't block the overhead. Getting exposed here by this crushing blow. The damage over time down to nothing here. And Sagat knows that he just needs to kind of poke him with anything. Doesn't even have, he didn't even have the bar to get the last breath here. So Sagat definitely left himself susceptible to that throw, holding on the block for dear life, but that was okay because the throw leaves him really far away. I believe both his throws.
Yeah, he has like a zoner throw. It's
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, get out of here. Which, I mean, honestly can work really well for him sometimes, right? Sometimes you're like, oh no, I have to get on the Johnny zoning, which is a weird thing to say, but it is strong. And wow, okay, now he's not a zoner, he's a grappler. That's been like 3 grabs. Oh no, this damage is adding up so quickly. And in fact, this should be it, guaranteed. That is a ton of damage on that full combo. You can get about 400 damage just for jabbing them in the corner, but
yeah, so Lioncox is definitely going to have to hang back when it comes to that projectile war. Maybe rely a little bit more on those faster arrows, high arrows instead of that.
Well, I mean, actually, interesting thing about Has Wrath that we actually don't see all that often from Lion is that it is like safe from point blank. It's like slightly minus from point blank, so it's not like necessarily something you need to throw out just as a projectile. You can kind of throw it into block strings and like kind of mix people up with that, but that's not really what we're seeing right now. We don't even need it, right? Like, here, use your meter. I don't care. You're almost dead.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't quite get the punish on the roll, though, but still gonna find it. But at least Wi-Fi Scorpion finding a way out.
I think Lioncox was probably watching the last match here against where Wi-Fi Scorpion was playing. I feel like Wi-Fi Scorpion likes to do a lot of fuzzy blocking to try to avoid some kind of throws. But that is a little bit dangerous if you're not identifying these auto shimmy type of strings, and Nightwolf definitely has one here in his 1-1. So I feel like that could be opening up Wi-Fi Scorpion a lot. It did in the last round. Let's see if it does in this one. Beautiful throw tech there, able to recognize that 1-1-1 into a big launcher here in the corner. And thanks to that corner, we're getting some big damage, nearly 38% here. Drops the enter though, and that's going to be a big, awful situation here. Big oof moment, if you will, because of one mis-execution error here. It kind of gave Wi-Fi Scorpion that opening, that green light to get up, swing for the fences, and hit confirm right into the fatal blow.
That's all it takes, man. All it takes is one drop, and these players are 100% going to be taking advantage of that. Like I said, that's the caliber of player that we're here to watch. And Wi-Fi Scorpion, also, that's what I've been speaking their praises of how good they are at doing stuff like that. Double short jump in the grab. Buffed grab damage though because of the Searing Rage Spear.
Oh, tries to go tricky there with the low. Finishes the whole string and not looking to respect anything after getting blocked. This could be all she wrote. He does have access to that fatal blow. He's going to be doing a lot of scaling, but I think it's too little too late. Getting quite in there. He's got that big thunderbolt that definitely comes from the sky and not the ground. And that is going to be enough here. Big finishing screen, that big combo starter here. Not only just a combo starter, but kind of like a full screen check, if you will, as long as you've got the bravery to kind of go through those things. It's a very unsafe move, but sometimes throwing it out there will get you real far.
Oh, and we're seeing a lot more zoning this time. I mean, we've seen in a lot of these matchups that Lion's super comfortable, like just trying to zone with just even the bow, which is, I'm gonna say like a pretty bad projectile unless you have the lightning arrow. But Lion's like, I'll take this. I'll make them try to duck. I'll just control the space. I'll control their movement with it, and it works pretty well. This is, oh no, there's no meter for a breakaway. So this is actually a lot of damage. Fatal blow means one more conversion.
Does get the throw and is going to be one throw away from death, but decides to back off. Throwing on that Hannah's Wrath. Oh, tries to get the neutral jump, but Spawn didn't commit to the whole string. He just bet it all. He just bet it all.
What? What a risk to take down one shoulder charge after such a good round. I mean, that was one of those moments where Lion must have just been like feeling, just feeling the flow. Like, oh, I've got this easy, free, down one shoulder charge. That's a risk.
It's a huge risk, but a lot of people like to challenge right after, blocking a down poke. So I get the school of thought, but I just think that it was a misread in the moment, the scramble situation here. It looks like, especially I feel like when you're playing a character like Spawn, I feel like you're not very, he's got slower buttons, a lot of recovery on a lot of his buttons, so I feel like a lot of Spawn players are very reserved when it comes to mashing situations. Does get the punish there on the Hannah's Wrath, a nice little bonus to taking away some access to meter, connecting that forward throw. Big jump in and right into the overhead. Gets a little tricky, but I love seeing the fact that Wi-Fi Scorpion reacted to that overhead and actually stood up.
Yeah, that's, I mean, it's not the easiest. Ooh, I like the amplify right there. That charge, of course, crushing blows if he gets, you know, through that projectile, but managed to stop it. Again, the down one shoulder charge, and that might be it. That might be 2 down one shoulder charges, and just losing an entire game for it. I think this is going to be it. I truly think this is it. Yeah, that is enough. And I can't believe it. I can't believe it. 2 games in a row. Or I said his wrath prevent you from spending your meter for last breath. I need somebody in the chat to answer that one for me, because that's a real testing one. Somebody's got to have MK11 open. But you know, that could have been one of those situations, because he was getting down to that point where he wanted to chip somebody to death, so it's actually coming into play. But right now, he doesn't even need to worry about that. He's just doing so much damage in the corner. That has to be a break.
Oh yeah, big breakaway, trying to salvage this situation as much as possible. Does get the wake up buttons punished. Just like that, even though he's got a huge life lead, Lioncox doesn't want to give him any kind of momentum. I feel like a lot of players would have saved that meter for the next round, which is, you know, very close and almost seems inevitable here. Down to out of the sky. Once you go into that fight, you really don't have too many options other than just starting to attack. And that definitely had its bases covered as Lioncox just hits that down to that extended little tomahawk, just reaching where it needs to go. Gets the reversal throw. Now, it wasn't on the correct side for the crushing blow, so you got to watch out. If you do put spawn in the corner, you're going to have a devastating crushing blow. Love the spacing there. Backing off, trying to get him to press a button, hitting him with that sweep. Here comes the wake up 3. Now, Wi-Fi Scorpion getting a little reckless here with these wake-ups. Might be a little too predictable next time he gets knocked down.
Ooh, trying to bait the breakaway. That's actually how you make that breakaway, is you expect them to, or you make them expect that you're going to amplify the Rising Tomahawk, and then you don't, and they break away after the first hit, and they look like a fool. But didn't happen. Oh no conversion. I mean, this is one conversion to death. Oh, now it's Chip. Oh.
Yeah, he didn't have, I believe even if he committed to the whole string, it probably would have chipped him out, unless, you know, Lioncox somehow flawless blocked that first hit. Beautiful conversion from the stand, G-string, gonna leave him in a standing position right next to him. Fakes to go for the overhead, but instead, just a regular empty jump into the low. The sweep there where the demon comes out of hell is actually his sweep. It's the forward throw crushing blow, big damage. Oh, I would have loved to see a bigger commitment there, but does get the breakaway next combo.
Oh, and that is that. Yeah, you can see how much damage Spawn does. I mean, that's like pretty much just the...
Guessing that he didn't know either. I don't know how much of a factor it's going to go into play here, but I think it's just a little added buff to some flawless blocking.
Yeah, well, I think that nobody has labbed Hannah's Wrath enough. Maybe Lion has, but definitely, I mean, nobody answered me in chat about whether or not it stops last breath. So I think a lot of us are just a little bit inexperienced with the move. And I labbed it a good amount, but it's got a lot of unique properties. So yeah, we'll see, I think, in the future. But whoosh, what a round so far. I mean, it's been like 10 seconds. Talk about Hannah's Wrath, but only get to see it like one time. And this is a rough life. And there we go. Lion looking to tie things up.
And not a good look here for Wi-Fi Scorpion. He is, you know, he's looking pretty good. I mean, you know, this spawn pick definitely the way to go against this Nightwolf, but not in a good spot right here. Does get the back throw, trying to turn the tables just a little bit here. Nightwolf just kind of swinging for the fences, getting exposed, getting opened up here. Left in a standing position, is able to respect that.
Ooh, this is kind of like in and out game has been super strong from Wi-Fi Scorpion, like backing up, hitting with that kind of max range sweep, dashing back in and grabbing, just playing that game of like mix-ups that you have to like really make your opponent not expect all what you're going to do, because Spawn's not really a mix-up character, but his movement is technically good. His dashes are good, even though he's like a little bit slow as far as like walk speed and stuff, so you can kind of play that game, and now he's putting himself onto match point with it, and that's pretty tough here for Lion. But I mean, Lion has so many really good rounds and then just loses the next one. It's very weird.
I love how he used that mobility there to get around the projectile. You know, he saw it coming, tried to get it some kind of punish, but I feel like he just didn't execute it right. Stand 3-4, whiffing big time here as Nightwolf rolls past him, gets around it, hits that recovery, tries to hit the throw, but does find the scramble down two. I mean, out of nowhere, just hitting it.
That was
right in the jaw.
Oh no, the crushing blow. Oh no, it's happening. How much damage can we see? We see the glide conversion. We see the immediate breakaway. That was still over 400 damage essentially. So 40% because he's a normal health character. But that evened it up so quickly. And he had a breakaway there. I mean, it was pretty scary because he's got Fatal Blow. He actually could have stopped him from even breaking away with that Fatal Blow. But the grab is going to do it. That's going to take us to a game number 5. Comfortable pick, which makes sense. The name is Wi-Fi Scorpion, right?
Oh yeah, it definitely is. Love the name, by the way. Beautiful spacing here at the forward 3. Able to, I feel like he confirmed it before the forward 3 even came out. Like he saw that his opponent was whiffing and said, all right, this is going to hit. Because obviously teleport is super duper punishable. Oh, trying to hit that stand 4. He loves trying to hit any of those, the stand 4, stand 3 buttons.
Look at this, just
throw pressure.
A bunch of tiny hits, which is, I mean, it's all adding up, but here we go, no breakaway, and that's going to be one really big hit, cashing out on all the meter. Look at that, 370 damage, and now, again, one hit conversion. Yeah, this is it, for sure. You're not going to let him get away from this. You are too close to the end of this. And again, this is the losers bracket, right? This is the first match that we're watching where the loser actually is eliminated. And they have already guaranteed themselves $375, but, you know, the winner of this match guarantees themselves at least 500. So this is a big deal. The pressure is really on. You do not want to let your opponent have any chance of escape. Oh no, oh no defensive bar. Things are starting to run away from Lion here.
Oh, does connect that forward throw, is in a good position here, does get the Hannah's Wrath there, swinging back out as Scorpion, but because of that Hannah's Wrath effect, not able to, you know, utilize any bar for some big damage. Connects the forward throw. I guess he was going for some kind of throw mix, didn't want to get too predictable here. Oh, that was it, that was the hit.
Oh no. Oh no, and no defensive bar because of the cancel, but the drop! Another drop! What a heartbreaker in the final moments!
Yeah, we saw Temp, you know, looking at other characters as well. We saw the switch over to Kollector, maybe a little late in that first game, but right now kind of sticking it out with Jacqui here. Big jumping kick from Kung Lao, despite, you know, Jacqui low profiling just a little bit there with that poke. Here comes the dive kick as well. This is all offense here from Sagat. Temp not able to deal with this, not able to deal with the onslaught. Good throw tech there, is able to react to that, hitting the down shot and connecting that pressure. Going to be doing a little bit of extra damage for that back throw, thanks to that DOT, that little damage over time. Connecting these forward twos, not dropping them like we saw him drop him a little bit earlier before. Love the short hop going for the low, but Sagat was all over it, man. He knew it. He knew that was an option. He knew it was coming out. He knew the timing.
Yeah, we've seen Sagat prove how good he is with Buzzsaw against this variation before. It's one of those things where, like, he goes this for sure for the air control of the Buzzsaw, right? You can guide it upwards, you can amplify it, and then kind of use it to, like, bait the Jackies to jump into it, which is going to give you a full combo. And then just on top of that, you know, it's basically still the base Kung Lao that Sagat's shown that he's so good with. But Temp, on the other hand, didn't really get a chance to show off too much of what they can do with this Jacqui, right? There was an immediate switch in the match against Waz, but looking a lot better this time at least. Oh, I say that, but there's your chin.
Yeah, your chin is gone. Your chin is out of here. Love the empty jump right into those stand buttons, but Sagat showing so much composure. As soon as I say that, getting opened up here from this offense machine. Jacqui Briggs does hit like a truck once they do find that opening. Big sweet chin music right through the glass and coming down to a final round here. However, you got to watch out though. Sagat still has access to that fatal blow, is able to connect it from a lot of different situations, mostly combos, but can get through some projectiles as well. Going with a regular strike here, not going into anything too crazy, as it looks like Jacqui was just letting go of block right at that second hit. Became active. Oh, so much damage here. Thought that the breakaway was coming, but Sagat just refusing to come off those 2 bars, instead holding onto it for a little bit of a roll. Decides to roll again, this time getting countered here. Not really a straight punish. Oh, those mids, man. Those mids from Jacqui Briggs, some of the best mids in the business here, as Temp making this comeback in game number 1.
You know, Jacqui just needs a couple openings and you're toast.
Yeah, a very high damaging character here. Can challenge, of course, with those mids, you know, after blocking some pokes here from Kunlao, which you have been seeing here. Tries to get some kind of buzzsaw pressure, but you really, oh man, I was gonna say what a great anti-air, but he missed the conversion, but found some weird buzzsaw.
Reset.
That's been a win, baby. Yeah, definitely a reset. American reset.
Australian reset.
Forward. Oh, there we go. Forgot what region we were in for a second.
Oceania region.
Buzzsaw conversion. Yeah, just kind of flops right into it as Jacqui goes for that super jump. As she just kind of flings herself from one side of the screen to the other. There comes buzzsaw pressure, mids into mids, or I guess technically high into a mid. The downward shot, Kung Lao wants nothing to do with it, trying to get away, but finds himself in a lot of damage over time. Pretty much 20% just from that throw.
Yeah, the classic. Oh, another drop. We're seeing a lot of uncharacteristic drops in these games in particular. Maybe both players are feeling it at this point, you know? Like I said, there's a lot of money on the line. They're getting really close to these top spots. And as you get close to the top spots, the more you win more money for every game that you win. But ow, big crushing blow. Classic Jacqui combo, and now, yeah, you gotta get out of this corner. That's a good way to do it. Immediate fatal blow, expecting maybe the breakaway. I think there was a meter. Actually didn't see it in time, but this is probably not gonna be enough, I don't think. I think it's gonna be close.
950, 950.
Oh yeah,
you're right.
Oh, it gets over. Oh no. Oh, the down 3 trade. That was so scary. I mean, how many? But managed to make it work. And I like the fact that we're seeing the commitment to Jacqui. I think that was such a close game that you just don't want to say, okay, let's immediately switch, which is something that is really easy to want to do when you have so many good characters like Temp does.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Oh, trying to make that dash punch into something. Now we all know that dash punch got severely nerfed, no longer safe on block, so it's always going to be a huge risk for Jacqui if she wants to go for it. Trying to aim that buzzsaw up and down, trying to get her to bite, but looks like Temp just kind of holding onto the block button as best he can. That's going to be advantage. Kung Lao there. She hits the down shot.
Oh,
go
no, that's
low.
it.
Yes.
That's it. That's the classic.
So well.
You know, I was talking about practical damage. The other reason why her practical damage is so high is that Jacqui always finds a way to convert into fatal blow. It's just like, it's impossible. Like, everything that she hits, she can fatal blow from, and she gets so many good conversions into it. She has some of the highest potential comebacks in the entire game, and we see it a lot. That was a perfect example of it. All that damage in the fatal blow.
That was a huge life deficit here, but Jacqui able to kind of, you know, make that gap, close that gap here. Temp going for a ride, getting opened up here with that overhead. Unsafe stuff, but a great way to get nice and tricky when your character doesn't have too much in that mix department. Connecting back throws, trying to hit that back to that mid, that super far advancing mid here. A lot of people like to cancel it into, you know, something crazy like dash punch. That's going to be a whiff throw there, special to this Jacqui animation. Oh,
and
man.
Temp hanging over the hat, managing to avoid landing in it by using the air blast. Probably not going to matter. Yeah, this is definitely going to be like a chip round, but that was still a really cool thing to see. You know, just the perfect counter for the perfect tool in that situation. But here we go. This is, I mean, this is another really close set. I mean, I'm not surprised at all that so many of these sets today have been really close. There's a reason why they're all here in this top 8, and they're all really close on points as well, right? It's just what we expect from them, but I'm happy to see it regardless.
Yeah, of course. Love seeing, you know, just this high-level play, this region showing out the best that they can. Big jumping punches coming out of Kung Lao. Oh, and he tried to get a little crazy there, possibly thinking that, you know, that was his opportunity to go for an anti-air, but here comes 2 downward shots. You never know exactly when she's willing to spend that meter. A lot of people like to hold on to the meter just for the threat of it. Could be a trade, could have been bad. That could have been bad for either of these players. Could have been a crazy conversion. Oh, she whipped the throw, but again, because that animation, she's so far back, a lot of people don't like to swing on her. No, it's
that
not.
wasn't it. What was that reset? What was the reset? I feel like that could have been it. Was there just not enough meter for the first blast? I thought there was, but oh no, it goes the other way. I guess there must just have been. And honestly, the Jacqui's been doing fine. It's just come down to these final moments. I mean, this was like one little poke away from being 2-1 in the other direction. Easy.
Yeah, easy. Or even just a failed throw tech there at the end that we saw Sagat, you know, clutching out when everything was on the line here. We jump and kick. And I feel like he's trying to condition Temp to not swing after blocking the jump in. But, you know, once you start respecting your opponent, that's when they can walk all over you. Here comes the dash punch from downtown, able to convert some good damage thanks to spin to win. Spinning again here, just going for possibly some kind of Oki setup there. Maybe thought Jacqui was gonna go for some crazy up 3 or maybe a roll. Didn't want to kind of keep his space, keep his distance. So good on Temp for staying composed, staying calm, and not, you know, going into those urges to kind of wake up with an attack. So sometimes it's good to just sit back and block.
Yep, I mean, patience definitely pays off, but it's especially scary just because you know that either way in this matchup you're getting punished. I think it's where we're not seeing a whole lot of up 3s or rolls from a lot of these players, I say as he rolls. I mean, aside from that though, we haven't seen all that much. Plus, I mean, Jacqui wants to save her defensive bar, right? I mean, I don't even know if she had it at that point in time, but she wants to save it for sure.
Yeah, it's you know, not every character could utilize defensive bar, but she's definitely one of them. Connects the back throw. Is this going to be enough here? Just shy from it. Able to kind of bring her down to nothing. She does still have 2 bars for that last breath mechanic, so you got to watch out. Chip out might not be the easiest thing to do, especially if you're getting thrown over and over again. Rolling back, trying to keep some distance. I do like it. Very risky stuff though. If Jacqui didn't take to the air, that could have been a blocked and not chipped out situation there for Sagat. But again, able to clutch it out in those strange little scrambles here. It's coming out of Jacqui Briggs. Just an empty jump throw. Too much respect coming out of both these players right here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even, I'm not even going to talk about what happened earlier, but, I mean, here we go. You know, this is, again, match point for Sagat. Temp, though, you know, if Temp manages to win this round, I mean, that's a huge morale boost to try to kind of, like, even up the whole thing and then just take that final game. But right now, Sagat has some good corner positioning and spent a lot of meter for that damage, but did get a lot of damage for it. Which is, of course, what you're aiming for here. Oh, wow, really hard read. And, I mean, no punish on it, so it will come back if Temp manages to live that long, but it's looking like that's not going to be the case. The jump back dive kick, it's actually won a lot of different rounds.
Rising Star to kind of keep some poke pressure a little bit more relatively safe with the use of bar. Waz just kind of sticking it out here with the same Sindel loadout here. Looks like at max range though, this is kind of where Swazzy wants to be. Even though she can slightly low profile, those force balls from the screen, not the easiest thing to do. Yeah, as you can just see right there, Waz able to get under that one in particular. But you know, I don't see this panning out too well for Swazzy if he keeps going in this direction. These moments where it's not trading, it's definitely doing a huge amount of damage on the mark.
Yeah, and I mean, look at this. We're already almost at the end of Swazzy's life bar here, but he's gonna get some pressure. Oh no, missed the jump over. It accidentally went backwards. That's a really unfortunate thing to happen. The screen not crushing blood, which might actually be a better thing here, you know, to be able to hold on to that maybe. I don't think it did earlier, did it? Maybe it did. Okay. But just needs a little bit more chip and okay, hold on. Now this is one mix up away. Oh, wake up down 4. Who does that? Good read though.
Let's do it, man. Just do it. down 4. I mean, maybe he was just trying to get a little, possibly trying to think that a throw was coming, wanted to poke back with something that would tech against a throw. So, you know, not a bad option here. Waz.
Oh, this is scary. This is super scary. One opening in the corner, and that is so much damage. I was mentioning earlier, but in this variation, you can get somewhere along lines of like 400, 450 damage for one bar in the corner. Maybe a little bit far there, but still going to get a ton. I mean, look at this. That's going to be 325 if you know, combo going into the corner. And that's just not health that you want to throw away. The forward throw is going to not change position, but that overhead has landed a lot today.
Yeah, that overhead has been doing a lot of work there. Again, that's kind of like, you know, I feel like that first thing you really gotta solidify if you're fighting against Sindel is learning how to react to that overhead. You know, it's got a big animation tell. You know, that giant sword comes out. Oh, and again, I mean, as soon as I say it, the overhead, you know, opening you up, crouching opponents cannot block overhead attacks, so, you know, you're going right into huge damage, especially when that fatal blow is ready to go, as Waz just easily hit confirm into that. Just take the first
as the Sindel, and like you were saying, this is looking really good. I mean, we've seen a lot of characters from Waz this entire season. And Sindel, just a little bit, not nearly as much as we've seen today.
Yeah, no. Today was all Sindel here, as we can see. Waz just kind of committing to this character, trying to do as much as possible here. Just trying to keep it simple. Usually we see Waz jumping around on the character select screen a lot, but I think he just kind of wants to do that damage, you know, get in, get out, and see if this strategy works. And right now it's working for him tenfold.
Yeah, I mean, these characters actually are very similar in their own ways, right? Like, they can both zone, they both have these really strong footsies normals, and then if they get the right moment, they can cash out for a lot of damage. And so that's why we're seeing them play at some really similar ranges, I think. You know, like, they go to this fireball game, then they go to the mid-range game, and then sometimes you just die. This should be it, right? It's a fatal blow. Yep, gonna guarantee that. I think this kills, but it's pretty scaled. I don't know. I don't trust
at the end,
here.
Man. At the end. Oh, no.
Oh, that's definitely killing.
Yeah. And I feel like that was just perfectly calculated for Waz. I mean, it looks like it does just shy of 50%. So, you know, you can look at the health bars. Those lines are broken out there in increments of 10%. So if you find that middle line, as long as you're below that, or pretty much a little bit more than just at it, that's going to be a guaranteed setup if that crushing blow does hit. So not going to be something that we're going to see in the rest of this game. Crushing blow is one-time use, so, you know, Waz is going to have to find the round 2 victory somewhere else. It looks like he's very close to it here. Swazzy not looking like he's in a good spot here. Waz just kind of zoning him out, going in and out with that cartwheel, you know, not even bothering to go for any kind of stagger pressure here. Gets the forward throws. Waz overcommitting to blocking. Doesn't want to take a huge risk because he knows Johnny Cage can hit really hard in the right circumstances. Oh, the down one, but doesn't get the conversion afterwards. Does find the swing, and now we're tied up.
Didn't spend the bar, had the bar, but chose not to, and that could have been so much damage, or at least forcing a breaker. Oh, but the down one, dash up, down one, rising star is enough to do it. Kind of the classic. Who needs combos? It's like the down one shoulder that we saw earlier from Lion, except for this time it's safe.
Yeah, it's definitely safe. For the most part there, on regular block is going to be safe. Yeah. And it's definitely a tough thing to kind of look out for. And there's also the chance that they don't amplify it, or they just go for it. It's just like something like simple, like a throw. You know, Swazzy able to make that comeback, and here comes another set of huge damage thanks to that crushing blow down to forcing Waz to come off of that breakaway, forcing Waz to come off a lot of meter. And hold on a second, can Waz make this comeback? He's got the back throw, he's got the corner positioning, goes in, and what a reaction here to Swazzy. However, he's in a world of hurt, no access to breakaway, going to be taking a huge amount of damage here. What's going to be next? Hits the overhead, poking with down ones. So many clutch throw techs.
Oh, just barely done punishing. This is Chip. This has to be Chip. No, there was no special. There had to have been some way to jail right there. I feel like there must have been something, but just barely alive. Just barely lives. But realistically, you know, they've been fighting all season for this moment. And sometimes that pressure gets to you. Sometimes you just make one little mistake and it comes back to haunt you, which is a really unfortunate thing to happen. But we are going to see the attempt to get a 3-0 reverse comeback with the Sub-Zero. Well, it's one of those characters that I think is a great character to make a 3-0 reverse comeback. But, I mean, easier said than done, for sure.
Roll the dice, baby. Let's bet it all. Oh, big crushing blow. He did start up the ice ball there, so was able to find some kind of counter for Waz. Going to be taking a huge chunk out of this health bar. Is able to block that overhead. Smart stuff. Good reaction. Swazzy does try to go for some kind of stagger back three, but unfortunately gets just kicked in the face thanks to that neutral jump from Sindel. Now Waz on Winners Finals match point, set point here, trying to find that ticket to Grand Finals, that comfy little spot, able to challenge back and get a nice punish here. Going to go right to a regular slide. Not going to amplify to keep the corner positioning here. You know, I don't like the reversal timing there, you know, because I feel like he just got done blocking a projectile. Very unlikely that he was going to throw a projectile right away afterwards.
Oh no, that's a bunch of drops so far right now from Swazzy. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe he's just used to having played Johnny Cage the previous rounds, but these drops, you just cannot give Waz these opportunities. And that's, I mean, really, really tough. Especially there was one where there was no defensive bar, so you just knew that there was going to be a big punish, but not this time. Luckily, the life is still getting close-ish to even, so it's not like that just absolutely has ruined the game. In fact, this is going to be a really nice opportunity. Assuming no drop, attempted to read the breakaway right there, and that's going to be it. Oh, what? No! Could have chipped! No! No! Could have guaranteed chip right there, and this is going to be a lot of damage. This is one read away. I don't think this is going to be enough to kill, but like I said, one mix-up away. Oh, no fear! No fear. What was I saying earlier today about how Sub-Zero players aren't allowed to have fear?
Not allowed. Not allowed.
Not allowed at all. Yeah, it's the truth, for sure, 100%. But here we go. Okay, still in it. That's a great moment.
Oh, no.
There was another slide. Jeez. It works once, do it again. But yeah, that was a really nice moment because I think that's going to kind of put Swazzy in the game, right? It got rid of the fatal blow. It allowed like Swazzy to just get rid of that resource permanently for the rest of at least this round. And now look, he's like, yeah, I can do this. You know, I got the momentum. And plus, I mean, Waz has to feel a little bit rough about that, getting hit by the raw slide in neutral. But I mean, hey, what you going to do?
Yeah,
or maybe
not a fun feeling at all. Love the spacing, backed off and just waited for Waz to whiff that huge normal here. 4 days trying to make the connection here.
What?
Just did it.
What? He just did it. No fear. No fear in any of Swazzy's like organs. Like there's no ability to feel any amount of fear. Back, your entire tournament life is on the line in this.
A lot of people aren't ready for someone to just let it rip on block, especially at this high level of play. You know, I think it's definitely worth sneaking in.
Okay,
you're gonna sneak it in, man.
Start with another raw slide. Okay, that one was a punish. That one was really good. That one for sure was normal, but. Yeah, Swazzy has turned on the online Sub-Zero switch, and I mean, this is working out really well. You know, when you're down 3-0, I think this is a great style to play, because now suddenly you can throw your opponent off, and everything that they've been like adapted to, suddenly they have to change it all. And it's been seeming to be working so far. Ooh, nice punish. That was probably an intentional whip punish.
Yeah, definitely was, you know, trying to bait out any kind of move. Maybe trying to bait out, you know, cartwheel, which does have some recovery there. To keep a majority of that unbreakable, but it doesn't even matter. Waz doesn't even have the bar at all. Creeping ice, not going to amplify until he finds that hit to guarantee that round victory. And Swazzy looking to make this first 3-0 comeback. Protect. Swazzy's so good at reacting to the throw animation.
Ooh, and can I note, by the way, that last game was the first game this entire tournament that Waz has lost. which
Oh, yeah.
may be the first of many if we're looking at this way. I mean, look at this, back in the corner. Oh, no cash out, big combo jump, but another opportunity! You gotta cash out on the crushing blow here, you have to, 100%. There it is that enough? Oh, almost, but yeah, no defensive bar, can't get away from the chip. And just in an instant,
or you know, if he's far away for that, possibly just going for some slides to, you know, just kind of knock her back. Looks like Waz is looking to fake the purple stuff to try to bait Swazzy. So kind of thinking like one step ahead of that Yomi level 1. And you know, Jade is just very, very defensive play. Yeah, that's very scary. That could have been slide. But it looks like Swazzy kind of... Oh my god, he was there in time!
I thought that was punished for sure, but yeah, he's comfortable with that. Ooh, throws up the ice ball, assuming that the purple was going to end the glow, and it almost did. But here we go, raw slide. What was the old MKX like saying? Like it's a 5-5 if you whip slide?
I don't know. I've heard a lot of Sub-Zero downplay in my time. I would say more of that than anything else. All big jump, just to kind of not be anywhere to actually get grabbed. Now the other thing to keep in mind with this matchup is, you know, especially coming off of a character like Sindel, Jade's not really going to be punishing you super hard. So, you know, I think, oh god, is she dead? Is she dead?
Oh, no conversion into Fiddle Blow, no way! Why would you not? Why would you not? Oh, if this is a loss here, this is going to be a heartbreaker. I mean, I said it earlier, but for real, the overhead, why not just Fatal Blow? I don't understand. Why would you not just Fatal Blow? And now Waz on match point to make it into the grand finals here. And let me remind you, now that we're in the top 4, every match means $250. Every placement is $250, except for the grand finals, which is $500 of difference. On top of what they've already won. So this is huge! What a choice! All right, the breakaway happens. Now no defensive bars, so things are still looking good for Swazzy, but he could have just won the round.
Yeah, that round could have been his, especially, you know, if he just kind of came off that Fatal Blow resource. Right now, coming off those Crushing Blow resources, big damage here, but hold on, can Waz make this comeback? Jade doesn't really do too much damage outside of a, you know, Fatal Blow. A lot of it is just kind of restand pressure. But Swazzy is able to find that low starting strength. Back 3-2. Now, final game, final round. Let's see who goes into the grand finals on the winner's side. Swazzy a little early there, maybe thinking, oh, the slide does connect. I believe that was the second amplified slide. One more, they'll have it loaded up. The fourth one will be able to let it rip.
Yeah, it's getting close here. Gotta be afraid of it. Oh no, no glow again. And again, no corner conversion. Still though, has an opportunity here. Slight minus.
I think Swazzy thought he was gonna go for a breakaway. Oh man, the new jump punch, that didn't work out for Swazzy. It's loaded. He can literally hit slide and kill her.
Yeah,
hit slide, he can kill her.
This could be a neutral slide. I think you have to know as Waz that neutral slide is on the way at some point, right? We've seen it so many times from Swazzy. Yeah. But the question is, when will it happen? When will it happen? And do you respect it too much? And then you get hit by a jump in. Oh, he hit the back two into nothing. Oh, he breaks away. Great reaction, great reaction. But, okay, that's it. That is going to kill. Back 3 in the full string into Fatal Blow. And that is enough. Wow, almost went the other direction. But Waz, with the switch to Jade, so barely making it into the winner's side of grand finals. Amazing reaction at the end after getting hit by that slide to break away before the amplify hit, because that would have been,
you know, that regular check just out of neutral, out of nowhere into a lot of damage. And he's also going to have that glide for extended damage and a little bit more mobility once he takes to the air. Great shot, amplifying. And I love how he utilized that sweep to, you know, get past the buzzsaw, you know, because it doesn't really extend his hurt box. It's only like an isolated hitbox that comes out of the sky, out of hell.
Out of the netherrealm, okay? What's hell?
Right. Yeah, is it a different hell? It's definitely a different hell. Like, Spawn's like, I don't know what the netherrealm is, but, you know, my guys come from hell.
That's a great question, and I'm sure one of the most complicated lore questions you could ask about Mortal Kombat.
gotta be. It's gotta be up there in terms of super. All these different story arcs coming together. Nice conversion. I love the anti-air as a stand 3. Probably one of the best pokes in this game, if I'm being honest. I mean, the fact that it just kind of throws out that hitbox with no hurtbox. It does have a lot of recovery, but it's just such a good tool, you know, once you're in that perfect little range. Wiggly Hat coming out a little too slow. Wait, what? It just went right through it.
Ooh,
oh,
weird.
Yeah, it looks like once it made the
like
connection on the hit. There's the dagger there.
Oh, catch
hard
out,
yeah. Away.
Yep, that's going to be so much damage.
Melina moves that led the entire public to believe that Melina was not going to be included in this game. Right
One day they'll
out
put her in the game.
Yeah, poor Melina stands out there. Gets the back throw here as a reversal, turning the tide here, turning the tables, if you will, on Kitana. Oh, didn't commit to the whole string. Does poke in. Big move to make sure nothing else came out. I'm actually surprised that they amplified that instead of just leaving in a standing position. But Kitana does fight to live another day.
Well, fun fact, if you amplify that, it's actually one of the strongest specials in the entire game. It is so much damage. So it is actually like a decent
difference. So the difference in damage between amplifying and not amplifying it. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, is huge on an already really high damage special.
Oh, barely getting around that side. It's all about the timing. That is a super unsafe string there. You only want to commit to that if you know it's going to hit, or if you have something to make them, you know, think that you're going to go into a low instead and you condition them. But super duper risky in this variation, no matter how you use it.
Ooh, I like this zoning. I mean, it's really interesting to see like Sagat change from this Kung Lao that's very aggressive to this very defensive Kitana. But it's really nice to have two characters with multiple playstyles, and it's working out. Owie, stab, stab. Oh, I like that. Just delayed a little bit to try to bait like a down 2 or something like that.
Bait it down 2, or maybe make him think he's going for a throw. Here comes a sweep to stop that forward roll right in its tracks. Nice little punish there. Possibly not looking for it specifically, but just trying to apply some kind of pressure. Look at the reactions here coming out of Wi-Fi Scorpion. Standing up. Good blocks of the low fan. However, doesn't get that flawless block to come out to expose the safeness, relative safeness there. Oh, wakes up with up 3.
Oh yeah, that was.
I mean, I think his only option there was
like a decently tough matchup. However, I definitely can't say that I've seen almost any competitive Kitana matchups. Like, as far as it goes in this game, there are about 3 Kitana players, and they don't usually make it quite this far.
They also don't usually just play Kitana. A lot of people feel like she's got some problematic matchups, and I can see this one being one of them. So I think we're going to see Sagat playing a little bit more up close, not really relying too much on zoning. As we all know, Scorpion can destroy anybody's zoning with just one teleport. Able to convert some good damage right into the fan lift.
Okay, so that was a blessing in disguise, as they call it, because we saw Sagat go for that, whatever the slice is called, the down forward 2, crushing blow at the ends to kill. It did not hit, it completely whiffed, but then he picked up again and managed to get the kill, so managed to save it for another round. Because that's one of the most, I would say, common crushing blows in the entire game to see once per match, because you just combo into it. It's just your normal combo ends in that, and it's crushing blow.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. Well, look how Sagat is like on point with challenging back with those daggers, but it's definitely not a good look here as he just converts it to some good damage. Wi-Fi Scorpion getting a little tricky there, canceling the teleport, going right into a throw, and just keeping Kitana in this corner down to almost nothing. And yeah, didn't even have access to last breath. It's a very unlikely scenario where gonna block that. Would have been a really bad spot for her.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, there we go. The flawless block. What is this whole round? This is like a masterclass on just how to play Scorpion from Wi-Fi Scorpion. course,
Yeah,
for those out there who don't know, Wi-Fi is not actually allowed. So, and also he doesn't play like Wi-Fi Scorpion, which is pretty funny.
It's just, look, man, it's a bait and switch, all right? trying to make you think that he's gonna do crazy things.
My
You stand for.
Stand for
you
whip
serious?
punish. Oh my god, way too good. And the brutal, unnecessary. You've got no backbone. See, and it's in its a way, it's the perfect thing.
Look, man, it's just, again, it's just to kind of make you think, oh, he's gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna wait for him to do stuff. He's not gonna, throw or be patient. Right now, Sagat did some throws of his own, trying to close in here with down 3, and I feel like he's getting too aggressive here. Not doing the nice, calm, patient things that we're used to seeing out of Sagat, but instead trying to go in and force that throw led to his demise, led to a really bad spot. And here comes Wi-Fi Scorpion cashing in big time with these crushing blows. Lots of damage, and even there, I guess, what could he have done? He could have blocked that and maybe blocked the follow-up, but he had very, very little health to Wi-Fi Scorpion's nearly full bar. Now we're going to be seeing more of a Tempest Slough here with the orbiting hat going around him. We're going to be utilizing both bars to, to apply some crazy offense.
Tempest. I think that's the wrong
right.
game, but I appreciate it. I've been playing a lot of MKX myself, let me tell you. But yeah, definitely more that type of Lao here, and it's kind of, I think, like a last attempt. I mean, it is locked in for the rest of the set, and we do know that Sagat's extremely good with his variation too, right? Like every variation that Lao's got, every custom move in like any order is going to be strong, but good roll here. Doesn't have the meter to fully convert. Gets hit by the low, and now it's just one hit away, but oh, that's it. And there goes the heart again. Wi-Fi Scorpion always ready for those. It's come down to a few of these players, and Wi-Fi Scorpion actually, I don't think has really had a ton of success, right? This definitely hasn't had a win in the pro competition. So being here in the top 3, placing over a few other people who have had wins, or at least big, big victories so far, is really just, again, a sign that this is just a really good player. And that's a great way to start. Already doing a bunch of damage, and then without breaking a sweat, getting that huge crushing blow, and this is a huge life.
I'm actually surprised Swazzy didn't break away there. I feel like a lot of people, try to avoid that damage from Scorpion. It's a huge crushing blow in terms of damage or damage potential here. Right now, Swazzy applying the pressure in the corner, letting go a block for that mid, that second hit of that 1-1 string. And there is the teleport for Wi-Fi Scorpion, finding the hit and able to just kind of do it. Which I still think is super duper risky, considering Swazzy still has the throwing shade crushing blow accessible to him. Rising Star there right at the end, trying to keep him in check afterwards. That's going to be a big whiff punish here, as that Rising Star coming down completely whiffed, completely went the wrong way.
He's gonna throw him full screen. This is one of those matchups where it's pretty much never good to like, well, I shouldn't say it's never good, but the screen positioning after a throw for Johnny is never really good. Oh, should have committed to that. I think must have had an input error or something. That could have been a lot of damage, but still gonna find another opportunity at least. Oh, but these grabs, really, Wi-Fi Scorpion has mixed up his grab game so well today. Like whether he's gonna grab a lot in a row or not at all. And whoa, the walk back, the true bait right there. Oh, but that might be it. Throwing shades. This should not be another drop. Not even gonna go for the instant jump punch. Said not dropping it again. Not
doesn't want to drop it again.
Yeah. Love that round win pose, by the way. Idiots. Getting his head on the microphone.
Yeah, a little bit of breaking of the the aesthetic, the serious aesthetic of the game. Oh, swinging here. Thanks to that corner, able to juggle with those amplified force balls here. The arcing equipped move here. And look at the pressure he can just apply here. Kind of reminds me of like MK9 pressure. He's got you in the corner. Whoa, he was ready to swing. Big punish coming out of Swazzy here. The Wi-Fi Scorpion's got a tall order, but this is the first part. Come off that breakaway. Good spacing there on that short top too. Both times didn't go punished, but instead getting
for Wi-Fi Scorpion, which is a really, I would say like an advantage when you're trying to come up through the losers bracket like that. But of course, has to get through Swazzy here regardless, whether or not he has that advantage. And it didn't look so great game. I mean, it was looking okay, but didn't work out.
Yeah, definitely didn't work out here, as we can see Swazzy getting that first game. Right now, Swazzy looking to take this first round, does get the trade, but because of that, I guess he knew Scorpion was just holding on to block for dear life. Oh, and he actually didn't cancel it there. So what Swazzy's been doing a lot is he's been anticipating the cancel from Wi-Fi Scorpion and just kind of challenging him with the down ones or stand twos to try to, you know, maximize what he can get on a risky move. But Wi-Fi Scorpion decided to let it rip, and it actually worked because of that. Oh, that's going to be chip out territory here. The kicks over and over again. Lots of chip damage, lots of different moves. No way you have enough bar or last breath to deal with any of that.
Yeah, this is starting to, almost a crushing blow. But yeah, this is starting to run away from Wi-Fi Scorpion. He needs to find some sort of answer here. And, you know, I don't think this is a matchup that, like, you just can't play or anything like that. I think this is just one of those things where it's just like, he needs to find the answer for Swazzy's playstyle in particular. Because he's just getting on the wrong side of the reads, I guess. Throw's good though. 2 throws in a row. Okay, this is a really good way to start, right? Especially 2 damage buff throws in a row. That was a lot of damage. I mean, that was a total of like 330.
Oh, snap. I feel like Swazzy has been barely opened up by these short hops. And like short hops, oh, what a bait there. Tries to hit that wake up 3. Look at that knee as it just whiffs in front of Wi-Fi Scorpion. Punishing it, no problem at all. Tying up the rounds here. Wi-Fi Scorpion not looking to take this time down. Charges up that spear for a little bit more damage if it does make a connection here in a certain combo or a throw animation. Rising Star amplifying it for a little extra damage there at the end, or just in case it does get blocked. Oh, down 2, looking for a throw, looking for some kind of high possibly. These guys are betting it all in these down 2 reads here.
Yeah, they're at this point where they're just like, okay, we just gotta make the right read. And we see again those little short hops. Oh, what? No punish! Wow, what quick recovery. And if that had been the amplified version, that might have actually been punished, but I guess not this time. Stay safe by just having a little bit of a mind game, but I mean, it's so scary, you know, one risk in either of these players. Oh, a trade? Okay, that almost looked like a combo, didn't combo. Oh no, big punish, big punish. Not in favorable territory, which is a huge deal, but now look at his patience.
Oh, the overhead.
But that's fatal blow territory now for Swazzy, which means 1 hit. Oh no, that could have been the hit. He's fishing for it for sure. He just needs to land one thing. Oh, but it looks like it's gonna be tough to find that moment, and he's not gonna find that moment. Goes into the fatal blow. Wi-Fi Scorpion is gonna tie up this set. I think this is gonna turn out to be a really close set. I feel game 5 for sure. We're only 2 games in.
Gonna, you know, continue to commit to blocking low because of what that outcome could be. Wi-Fi Scorpion damage output that could be because of that one low that doesn't get blocked.
Yeah, well, I mean, use it so rarely, it makes sense. Ooh, the backup into the whiff punish with the interactable, forcing the breakaway. That's a pretty cool setup. Oh, got a little jump in there, but again, that might have just been a spectator thing. It looks like they just kept on going, so probably spectator. Oh no, big whiff. Went for the standing 3. That might have been a missed input, maybe an attempt to back 3, just didn't get it quite.
Yeah, could have been that. Definitely see that. Oh, whoa! The Rising Star does get blocked though, but unfortunately gets punished later on afterwards with a follow-up, and that's going to be a punish for Swazzy there. No way that string is safe, so you got to watch out. Use it sparingly or get ready to teleport cancel into it if it does get blocked. Tries to hit the overhead, and I feel like Swazzy's adapting before our eyes right now, getting huge chunks of his chest kicked out as Scorpion cashes in big time. He's going to cash in big time. Down 2 coming out of Swazzy. Knows the breakaway's coming, so decides to follow with some pressure. Didn't think it was going to whiff, so actually wasn't ready to whiff punish, but that's okay. Back throw him into the corner. Scorpion's just going to teleport out. Able to... Oh my god, these guys are just swinging. Down 2, crushing blows everywhere.
Oh no, but this is the scariest spot. Oh no, that's it. That is it. Yeah, that's gonna kill. but that was the scariest spot of all time. That amount of life you see right there on Scorpion is death. That's death. If you get hit by Johnny Cage one time at that life total, those resources, that is death. So, yeah, that was actually way scarier than it even seemed like with that much of a lead. But hey, he can do a lot of damage without being at that life too, as we're seeing right now. But yeah, this is such a back and forth between these players. You can tell, like you can literally see the adaptations back and forth.
Look at that, man. He's reacting to the flame of the kick, standing up for these overheads after he's done so many of them. That is going to be a risky move there. Because of that, gets the regular punish. However, Swazzy finds that throw, finds the opening to this super defense coming out of Wi-Fi Scorpion. Backing off, but doesn't commit to the whole low. Didn't want to, you know, get too crazy and you know, get punished again. Especially because he's got a huge life lead. Doesn't really need to take a big risk here. Overhead, Swazzy not reacting to this. He didn't commit.
No, he had it. He had the kill right there. He had the kill. Legitimately, it was the exact situation.
You know, I think in order to defeat Scorpion, you really have to go, you know, right on top of him, right? You know, and not to say Scorpion's any slouch up close, but you know, the teleport is just too much of a powerful move here. And you know, to go back to that last game, I think Swazzy just didn't think that he was going to get opened up by a regular jumping punch. And you know, sometimes you'll just dial in the stagger because you're like, okay, there's no way they're going to get hit by this, so I'm going to, you know, preemptively just stagger 1 or 2 hits of the string and then maybe go for a throw or something. And then you jump in and you're like, wait, what? You actually got hit? Oh, man.
He ducked the back, or sorry, the forward 3. He ducked the forward 3 and then actually jab punished it from that footsies range, which is so scary because he could have back 3'd instead, which is the low. But that was a really good read. It did even up the life-ish. This is going to put him into fatal blow. Oh, no, it didn't. Not quite. A little bit less damage than I thought. This is, okay, there it is. He's like, all right, we'll just need a little more ping. So any big conversion here. Oh, no flawless block for the punish.
Dangerous. Ooh. There it is, the challenge again that Swazzy's just been doing. Just kind of stopping him in his tracks, not even letting it get active.
Oh,
wow. Just enough. Just enough there for Swazzy.
Well, that was a great pickup. That was like the weirdest pickup, like the second hit whiff of the string, and you know, you take those, and that was a really good, I mean, that was the only specialty that would have worked there for enough to kill, so good recognition in a weird situation. But I mean, Swazzy's looking unworried right now. He is just chilling, he is just playing his game. He's trying to get it to a game 5. I did predict a game 5 earlier, so we'll see if I'm correct in that.
That's all the credit. All the credit for the curses, for the game 5 predictions, for if it's gonna kill. Chef is always right. I learned that today.
I don't know about that one. Bad take, buddy. Bad take.
Bad take. All right. I take it back.
Yeah.
Down
at
one.
least I'm never correct, at least when it comes to guessing whether or not I'm going to oh, big conversion. No defensive bar. Look at this. He doesn't have a second offensive bar either. That would have been the kill. Just needs one more hit. He spaces those so well, but that's it. That's it. Don't drop it this time. Don't drop it. Go for simple. You don't need anything big. You're gonna spend the bar, and that's it. Look at that. Went for the simplest combo possible. Did 471
into a grand finals with Waz, and you know, this losers finals, whoever comes out of this is gonna be mentally like already fatigued. Like, and it takes a lot to play at this level, to play against players this good. Look at that block here from Swazzy, adapting right before our eyes, learning how to react to it. Oh, just connect the normals, and look at the footsies, the range, the spacing from these players, insane.
Oh yeah, this is just such a good example of all the things that are good about Mortal Kombat 11, I think, this match. Except for maybe some of the drops from both the players, like the way that these two are playing the match is just like everything that Mortal Kombat 11 wants to showcase, I think. And I mean, especially it's just how these characters play, and these are just such good representatives. And you can see right now, they're getting close to even, you know, neither one ever really runs away with the match. They just slowly win based on some nice, good reads. Here we go, fatal blow territory again. I'm gonna say it every time because it always matters. It's gonna be match points for Swazzy to get his rematch up against Waz in the grand finals. And again, the winner of this gets $750 minimum, and the loser gets, oh no, sorry, the other way around. The winner gets $1,000 minimum, and the loser gets $750, but then you always get that chance to win in grand finals. So there's a lot of money on the line.
Yeah, I mean, just $250 right here between these guys. So think about that, playing for $250 in one set. You're gonna be sweating no matter what. Here comes the big conversion, the normals from downtown. Johnny Cage's best asset, being able to swing from so far away, convert into some good damage. Does get the forward throw. I kind of feel like Swazzy's given up on trying to punish that short hop punch. It's just, he's just like, you know what, never mind. I want momentum or a throw. Whoa, ducking under, almost got through it. What a clutch throw tech here. Coming out of Wi-Fi Scorpion, can he make this happen? No, he doesn't. Poking back, Rising Star gonna, of course.
But I mean, I think so much depends on this first pick, but here we go. This is the matchup that Waz lost 2 times in a row in that last set, and this is how it's starting off. So if there does end up being a counter pick war, and Swazzy does get the first win because of this character pick, that's going to be Waz at a huge disadvantage. But here we go. We're starting off with the pre-reset, at least, grand finals. We'll see if it even gets to the reset. Waz looking nigh undefeatable today, but he has been so close to being knocked off that throne.
Yeah, very, very close. It could be anyone's game. That's going to be super plus frames after that forward 4. So Waz being pretty respectful there. Good block from Swazzy, standing up for that overhead. We did see him doing a great job of that against Wi-Fi Scorpion. Look at that, just kind of bullying Waz, and that's definitely Waz looking for some kind of throw, letting go of block, and just kind of holding on to down to try to get that high to whiff. He does come out here with that forward 2 amplified ice ball, getting a lot of damage. High risk, high reward, but it paid off for him. Swazzy taking a slight little lead here in the beginning of this grand finals. Oh, 3 down ones?
Ooh,
I'm
hey,
sorry.
I mean, it's a fast down 1. It's a 6-frame down 1, right? A lot of Sub-Zeros complain about its range, but it is actually one of the few 6-frame down 1s in the game. So you do check with it very often, and it works. You know, you can also interrupt certain things with it that you can't represent anything else. And wow, I'm surprised we didn't see a slide punish on that screen.
Yeah,
have been for sure. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's a spacing specific thing.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta be real close. I know when you go, big ice ball coming at you. Gotta keep him grounded for as long as possible. Waz holding on to that meter. I almost feel like, oh, Swazzy going for a ride now thanks to that big screen crushing blow. Waz going to be coming off of that resource, no longer access to it, and that's usually a ticket to a lot of damage here. So that's going to be very critical here, that decision, critical coming into this final round.
Yeah, so, I mean, normally it's a really scary thing to have to try to win with Sindel without a lot of your big resources, that being KB Scream and Fatal Blow. But this is, again, the launching variation of Sindel, which we have seen come into play like every once in a while. Not a huge amount, but just being able to open somebody up with something like that, you know, and get that much amount of damage is huge. And right now, I mean, that might come into play because Waz needs to make back a ton of life to be able to still win in this spot. And look at this, the strongest interactable in the game, in my opinion, just standing behind them, nobody using it. You could see a tick throw from it pretty soon. Oh, never mind. Yeah, not enough to save you.
I mean, right now, these guys are fighting for that swag prize, which is available to the rest of the regions that we're going to be seeing this weekend. So yes, other regions are going to have access to that swag bag. If you're in those top 8s, you're definitely going to be fighting for a bigger prize than you thought. A lot of unique items in there. Oh, straight for the slide. Big punish coming out of Jade, but again, big punish.
I love that, using the crushing blow as a big whiff punish. That was a great way to use it. It's one of those you kind of have to throw out a lot of the time and hope it hits, but if you can guarantee it in that way, that's good. But there we go, finally seeing that glow being punished. That might make Waz reconsider, because it's not just the damage in the amp slide, right? It's the fact that it's setting up the crushing blow.
Yeah, it's going to set up the crushing blow requirements, you know, as long as that animation does complete there. And one thing you got to be mindful about when you're fighting Jade, especially when you're fighting with a character that's, you know, has so many, you know, high risk, high reward things, you know, Jade doesn't really punish too hard. She doesn't do a lot of damage. Most of it is just kind of a restand situation. So by all means, go a little crazier with those slides. Go a little crazier with those, you know, forward twos. That was actually a very clean punish here. Oh, goes for the gap, but too scared to let go. Didn't want to look for the flawless block gap. Tries to hit the forward two, but nobody's home. Twice!
Two times in a row. Oh, yeah,
times in a row.
4-2-2. So that's a 4-4, right? I guess that's how math works.
It.
Oh, no! No! Big punish. Definitely could have had that right there. I'm surprised it didn't work out. Maybe just a little bit too late. But again, yeah, just not having the confidence to punish that glow with slide. It's happened before. I think just try to get... Oh, wow. Right when the glow wore off. That's going to be a nice knockdown.
Yeah, it's nice little timer that he has in his head. As soon as that glow is on, oh, it's going to be a punish here from Jade. But again, look at the damage, not even 20%. Now, granted, you're left in a restand position, but, you know, some characters can take half your health if you do that. So, by all means, in this matchup, play a little riskier. No problem at all. You know, if you guess right half the time, you're going to come out the victor.
Yeah, I mean, you know, even punish slide, I mean, you're really not taking that much. So I want to see more attempts to punish the glow. But okay, here we go. Gonna put him in a fatal blow, which is maybe not one combo to kill. Oh, there we go. There's the raw slide. All right. Yeah, that's got to be a breakaway. That was actually a really scary breakaway. That could have just been fatal blow right there. But now it's, oh, jumps out. Oh, no more defense bar. Okay, we'll do one bar. Oh, yeah, gonna run away. This is gonna be really hard to avoid chip. Expect that. That's unsafe! The forward two fatal blow! He didn't try to punish. He's like, you know what? You assume that the punish is gonna be coming, but instead, I'm just gonna mix you up into the overhead. That worked perfectly. Look at that, less than 5 HP left on Swazzy's side. And all right, that's a great usage of that. But still, though, the pressure is being put on by Waz, and it does look like Waz has gotten a little bit more comfortable in this matchup over today.
Yeah, definitely a little bit more comfortable right now going for a ride. I believe now that crushing blow should be loaded because that was 2 back-to-back right there. Pokes out of that back one. It does hit as a high, really good normal, but gotta remember it is a high. Next hit confirmed from the low strength back, 3-2, and right there the crushing blow loaded, ready to go. But you just gave Jade access to that fatal blow, which does hit really, really hard. One of the few damage routes that she does have in her toolkit. What was that short hop? Too far away.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think that must have been an attempt to flawless walk again. And now look at this. This is like one confirm away from death, and that might be that confirm. No. I think this is just short, right? It has to be just short.
A little bit too short. Yeah, I think he's going to be barely alive here. One more nitro kick is going to be the end of this animation. Oh, he gets clipped by the low. Unfortunate for
close to death at that point. And the slide doesn't give you Oak, it completely does the opposite. It actually gives them a free glow in that situation. So it might just be worth it at that point to just save it, get good Oki, get one more mix-up into the slide, KB, and then that would be that, as opposed to what happened. Whoa, weird backwards projectiles. This game has already started off very strange, a lot of aggression. Nice slide with the right there.
Oh, tries to punish that glow there, just a little too slow. Love the fact that he ducked for the possible cancel into the low. Now Jade's, thanks to that special move, as long as she's got bars, she can make it safe going into, you know, tricky things like the overhead.
Oh, no. But again, you know, look, it's not really that much damage. It's exactly like you said, and there we go. This is, again, not quite enough. I don't know if you want to spin out Fatal Blow here. Yeah, win for the reset. I think that was the right choice, even though the overall guess was wrong. Yeah, Swazzy knew, you know, if I do this, I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to spin out Fatal Blow. I can save it for another round. The Fatal Blow wouldn't have killed anyway. It would have just given me the same amount of Oki, and so he just went for the exact reset.
Yeah, just wanted to reset, looking for, you know, the long term. Didn't want to come off any resources if it wasn't going to be, you know, for the win. Big jump in kick, is it a cash in? No, decides to break away. Waz jumping out of the corner, buying all this real estate behind him. But right now, just kind of going in with some down ones, multiple down one pressure here, kind of stating to me and stating to Swazzy that, you know, you might be a little too scared to challenge back here.
Oh, nice falls block. Oh, that had to have been an input error. Just for the raw ice ball right there. Not sure what it was supposed to be, but... Oh, crashing out on the crushing blow. I'm not sure about that though. Again, you know, not going to give any Oki, and could have gotten a lot of damage in wall carry, but instead threw backwards into mid screen. You know, cornered himself. Regardless, it might work out though. This is such a huge life lead. Although,
oh man, he's got fatal blow. We saw this before. Wiggles taking a fatal blow.
Oh no!
Oh, so what happened was Swazzy was anticipating the Delia's dance cancel, and which hits as a low, but the over. Oh my God, he's still alive. He's still alive. I was talking like
oh my
he's
God.
dead.
Oh,
Dead.
oh, he dashed through and got the grab. Oh my God, I thought that was gonna be. Oh my gosh, that whole round was too much for me. I don't even want to talk about that round anymore. Oh my gosh.
He was on the left side of her, and then I guess he just didn't want to take like a risk, so he just said, "Let me just go for throw." That was.
It wasn't even a punish. It wasn't even a punish. It was just actually a throw landed. I don't think you can technically tech it because I think you die from the damage, but like he could have just neutral ducked it or smashed down two or something. Oh my God, that was.
But he was facing the wrong. He was facing the wrong way for a second, which is why I think he didn't press it for him.
Yeah.
It was a very specific spot. Oh no, unfortunate for Swazzy on life support here. Really nothing he can do. He needs to get in, and that's going to be all she wrote. His only chance there was to possibly flawless block that on hit, but that is
round one.
Yeah, it was also going to be a really hard range to punish from. But yeah, wow, what a weird set it's been so far. But now Waz just needs to win one more game to be this season's champion for Oceania. But so far, a good start from Swazzy. Ooh, I say that right as it's not, and then it is. I don't know. This is immediately starting off where that last game ended, I think. Just starting off with the scramble, a lot of weird interactions. But okay, this is the best way to get this momentum started. Okay, or not.
This is Jade we're talking about. Okay, I don't care what level of Jade we're playing. Down 2 is coming out.
And a wake up of 3. The only two moves you need.
That's it. That's all you need. One's horizontal, the other one's vertical. Good. No problem. That all are being.
Oh no! He just went for it. I don't even know what this was attempting to do. That wasn't on a glow. This one might be enough. This one is, I think, just slightly enough. Yeah, just barely. And so we are on match point, tournament point, and season points for Waz right here. He needs to win one more to prevent this whole reset, but here we go. Finally, we're starting to see the slides punish on the close, and that is one more closer to setting up that slide amplify crushing blow. Oh, the jump out, great call. Ooh, the flaws block. We haven't seen a lot of flaws blocks in this set yet. Oh no. Oh, drop
it out there. A little bit of a drop. Definitely not what he wants here. Goes to the whole string. Waz challenging back right away.
Oh, there's the grab. Still nothing loaded as far as grab crushing blows though. Oh, waiting for that slide. All right, here we go. We're going to see some pressure, I think, coming out here from Waz. I think Waz says, I am this close. I want to end this entire tournament. I don't want to wait for you to mess up. I want to seize this victory. All right, has an opportunity to go here a little bit close. Go on the jump kick, and there's no escape from that. Tries to break away as soon as possible, but it's just not going to work. It's guaranteed 100%. And Waz is going to be your Oceania Mortal Kombat Pro Competition champions.
He did it. He did it. I mean.